Hello guys, I'm Minecraft with Dummies, and today what I've got for you is a couple of advanced pressure plates. Now you've probably seen these on Mumbo's channel, and basically they work as you walk over them in one direction, it will turn the light on, and if you walk over it in the other, it will do the opposite. Now if you see, if I walk over it in the same direction again, it won't change the output, and this goes the other way as well. So as you can see, it's on at the moment. If I do it again from that direction, it stays on, and there's no flicker or anything, so it just stays as one output. Now as you can see, this design is really compact, and basically it just works off a bud. So basically the pressure plate powers the floor, and this will power the dropper on the left first, but it will immediately get budded by the powered rail that turns on, which means it will shoot the item into here. But then as you cross over to the second one, it won't be able to shoot it back because there's a crossover period in which both are on, which is in the middle. So if we look at it again, from this way, you can see as I step onto this one, it's shooting the item from the left one to the right one, but then it can't shoot it back because both are actually powered via bud. So as you can see like this, it works very simply. Now my second design works exactly the same. It's a little bit smaller, but it requires slabs, and this is just a different way of removing the direct power source that would occur if I was using blocks there. Now as you can see, this one works exactly the same, and if you walk over it in one direction it will turn it on, and if you walk over it in the other direction it will turn it off. Sometimes with this one there is however a flash. I'm not really sure why that is, and that's it bouncing between the droppers. But yeah, if that's not too much of a problem, then you can always use this method because it's even smaller, and some people may be even better. Now onto the tutorials. So if you couldn't already tell how to make these, the first one is simple. You just need 2 powered rails, 2 pressure plates, 2 droppers, and then the redstone comparator to take the signal out of. And then obviously you're going to need an item to put in the dropper, and then a lamp is just a demonstration of where the power goes. So to start with, you've got your floor. You just put 2 pressure plates down, go 2 blocks below, and then get your dropper and make it face inwards, so the face is going that way. And then you do the same thing on the other side, but facing backwards into it. And you do this all by shift clicking, so you hold shift and click, and then it will go into the correct place. Then you simply put your powered rails on top, and your item in. Then finally, you're just going to stick a comparator coming out of it, like so, and then you're done. So when you walk over it this way, you'll see that the power goes on, and when we walk over it in reverse, the power stays off, which is exactly what we want. Now the second one's even simpler. You need the same items, but instead of the 2 powered rails, you just need 2 slabs. It doesn't really matter what type of slabs they are, you just need 2 of them. You simply knock out your 2 floor blocks, put on your slabs, and then do the same as before with the pressure plates on top, and then you just put your dropper in the block below and facing into each other as I showed before. Now you're going to put your item in, and then again you're just going to need to take your output. So you've got going a block below, and then a comparator out, and then you'll see when we walk over it in this direction, it stays off, and when we walk over it in the other direction, it will turn on. So the 2 versions I've just shown you both rely on buds to work. However, I wanted to challenge myself and make one that didn't actually use a bud, and so I've made this one over here, which is really small, and it actually works without a bud. And I'll demonstrate it now. So if we walk over it in this direction, it stays off. However, if we walk over it in the other direction, you can see the lamp turns on. And you can actually see, if we step on this pressure plate first, you can see that one comparator actually turns on marginally before the other one, like that. And if I do it on the other side, it will reverse. So because of this effect, obviously the one dropper is always powered first, which means that the item that the hopper in will switch around depending on which side you walk over it. So when you walk over the first one, it will receive a full power rating. However, at this time, the second piece of redstone will also get powered, but it will be 1 less. And because of these redstone torches going into the comparator on subtract mode, the second one actually won't turn on, and the first one will first. As the redstone torches turn off, because they're actually being powered by that, that will also set the second one off. So as you can see here, the first one gets powered first, and then the second one does afterwards, and then it reverses when you walk over it on the other way. This version, however, works very quickly, and because of that it doesn't actually appear to work on a server because I've tested it on one or two and it didn't work on either of them, because redstone and droppers are always a bit weird on servers. But I just thought I'd show you this just to demonstrate it can be done. So there you have it, 3 very, very simple advanced pressure plates, or directional pressure plates, whatever you'd like to call them. They're all very small, very compact, and each have their own advantages, and so feel free to use any of them if you'd like. I hope you find a cool use for these, but that's it for this episode, and I'll see you next time.